YouTube, welcome back to Craig Cloud IT Pro. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create custom RBAC permissions for table level data within Azure Sentinel. So grab your coffee or your whiskey. You already know the rest. Let's go. Deploying table level RBAC permissions for Azure Sentinel. So there may be a scenario in your organization where you have multiple teams. So these teams may be segregated from a security perspective. You might have a dedicated security SOC team, which might have you might have it for apps, you might have it for data, etc. So if I just flick onto the next slide, so this is kind of a typical IT structure. Depending on the size of your organization, this may be something that you are familiar with, or it may be a little bit more integrated between the teams. That being said, security data has always and always will be sensitive data. So, for example, if the infrastructure team looks after virtual machines, they will obviously need to query performance data to make sure that machine's working to its maximum efficiency. Now, when they query this data inside log analytics from a security perspective, they may not be able to see security data or should not be able to see security data. Now, you could multi-home your infrastructure resources by sending your performance data to one log analytics and security data to another. But bearing in mind, this will add in an extra cost and obviously granular functionality. But in all honesty, it's not an explicit requirement. If it's not an explicit requirement within your organization, then it isn't really necessary since we can do table level RBAC permissions. So what do I mean by table level RBAC permissions? Well, if you've ever created a custom RBAC role, this will be the exact same method. So you're explicitly stating the permissions, what this role can and can't do. So now this role obviously requires some actions on a specific resource type, and that action is Microsoft.operational insights. So this role will give the user the ability to get the workspace and existing workspaces, query data within a workspace, and read the performance data inside that workspace. So we have a scenario here which we're going to run through in this video demonstration. So we have an infra ops role. So this custom role will be for an infrastructure operations role. So this will give the user of this role the ability to see performance logs in log analytics and not query any security data. So now we know our role, now we know our use case. Let's get juicy. So anyone that knows me knows I do love a bit of PowerShell. I mean, who doesn't, right? So are we deploying this RBAC permission with PowerShell? You can obviously achieve this same method by using Azure DevOps and the YAML pipeline. First, I'm going to add just two variables here. So this will be role name. And this will be infra ops role. Next will be the scope. And this will be providers, Microsoft.management/management groups/Craig-production-mgmt-group. Okay, so I've got these two variables here, one for the role name, which is infra ops role, and the scope. Now I'm deploying this scope at management group level. You can obviously choose the scoping of your need. Maybe you want to put it at subscription level or whatever, but that's entirely up to you. So I'm going to now put some variables in here. So I'm going to go my role, and then we're going to have to run a role definition here to actually get a baseline of the definition object. So it's role of definition and then name, and then we're just going to do owner. Okay, so next I'm going to do my role, and then I'm going to do ID, and then equals null. So this is going to null the RD role. Now we're going to remove range integer value 0. Again, and include that in. Okay, now we're going to go. Now we're going to remove. Okay, so now we're going to look at the role, and we're going to actually clear all the actions and the scopes here. So let me go actions, and then $remove, whoops, range, and then 0, and it's $my role, and then it's actions, and then count. Whoops, where's count? Count. There we go. And then we're going to go $my role. And then it's assignable scope. Bloody hell. Assignable scopes. And then it's clear. And then it's square bracket. Okay, so basically I've just now we've got the role AZ definition here for owner. And I'm just clearing the assignable scopes and the actions for it. Okay, now we need to do my role equals, oh my days. My role, and then dash is custom. No, seriously, I'm gonna kill this keyboard. And then equals true, because obviously that's true. Okay, so now we need to start building our role. So we go role, and then I've just opened another one. Jesus, I am not on the ball this morning. Name, and then equals role name. Okay, next comes like the body of the script. So let's add in our description. So this will be enable users to monitor performance logs. Next, we need to add in our actions. So this will be actions, and then it will be add, and we're going to go Microsoft. Oh my days. Soft.operational insights /workspaces/read, and then let's put a bracket on that. Now with the power of copy and paste, I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to go query /read, and then paste again, and then I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to go query, and then / and then perf read /. So here we could also add in a virtual machine operation. So what I'm going to do here is just go Microsoft.compute /virtual machines /start /read. Okay. Do we need to add anything else? Yeah, let's add the network interface card in actually. So let me just go compute network and then / network interface is /star /read. Okay, so now that we have our actionable scopes for this role, you can see that it's going to be able to query the workspaces, only query the performance counters, and then it's going to give us the ability to look at virtual machines and network interface cards. Now that we've got this, let's put this. What do we do next? Assign this into a scope. Okay, so if we go .assignable scopes, and then we need to go add, and then here we need to go $. Did I call it scope? Yes, I did. Scope. Okay, and then is that everything? Yes, I think so. If not, this is going to suck. Okay, so if we go new AZ role definition, and then we're going to go role, and then it's going to be my role. So hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. Let's run this. Awesome. Oh. Oh man. I need some coffee. I missed a D. Jesus. Okay. Excellent. So that's worked. Because I missed the character D there. I mean, here we go. Okay, that's awesome. So now we've created this role. I've actually already gone and created a user specifically for this. I really do treat you guys well, don't I? So here I'm going to assign this role, and it's going to be AZ. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking out of the game today. Role assignment, and then it's going to be role definition name, and it was dollar role name, and then sign in name is perf. I actually can't remember this. Perf user test at Craig Fretwell. Who's that guy? On Microsoft.com, and then scope is scope. So let me just run this. Does not map. Oh no, this is the wrong user. Oh Christ. There we go. Okay, so this is all done. I'm gonna now go incognito mode. Let's log into the portal. Okay, so we're now in the Azure portal. Now I'm just gonna log in to CFMS because I know that there's actual data in here. So on the left, I'm going to click logs. And on this little screen here, I'm just going to click virtual machines. And let's have a look at CPU trends. So I'm just going to run this. Okay, so this is showing trends from the past 24 hours. That's right, because I did have this virtual machine on. Let me just run a perf again, just only. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so that's definitely working. Okay, so now if I go another tab and I go security event, this one here, and I just run 24 hours. Okay, let's go 7 days. Okay, 3 days. Obviously that's what's going to work, so just hit 7. Okay, so right, this is working as it should. So now I'm going to flick onto my Azure Portal app, which I'm signed into, just to show you that indeed I can query both because I have God rights. Okay, so I'm in the CFOMS workspace, and I'm just going to hit perf. I'm going to go 24 hours. Nice, and then I'm going to go security event. I'm going to go take 10. There we go. So that's how you create a custom RBAC role for table level data for Azure Sentinel. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, well, that's just fine. Please subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your nan. Cheers.